Hi guys, so I'm going to do tonight's tarot reading. This is going to be for the Kamala Harris and Mike Pence debate. So it'll be kind of interesting, but what's some updates going on since Trump got coronavirus? Well, we know he took a joyride outside of Walter Reed, and there's a lot of controversy over that. Secret Service people have to be in this very enclosed SUV with him. So there's really no air in and out. That's one of the things is that vehicle is meant to protect against, like some kind of biological terrorist attack, not let anything in. So everything in there just has no way to escape. So any kind of germs that he could have been putting in the air, could have got to them. And they were all covered and they've got all their protection. But it's ridiculous that it was just to take a joyride to wave at people. What a waste of time. So it looks like it's kind of like when I got to the end of the read yesterday that he that's what I was kind of saying, if he does well with the virus, if it doesn't totally, flatten him and everything, he'll be like, oh, look what I did. I overcame it. Everything is well. COVID's not a big deal. And that's what I was afraid of. And get this, somebody sent me a link, okay? They're selling, the White House, I think they got a shop or something, is selling $100 commemorative coins that Trump beat coronavirus. I'm not kidding. $100 commemorative coins. Yes. So for $100, you can get a little coin that Trump beat coronavirus. These people, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Kayleigh McEnany, she got tested positive today for COVID. So, yeah, that's the one. She's always my Princess of Cups. She's the one who's always trying to save him. And, she tested positive. And she, no matter what he says or does, remember, I talked about her. She always has her little book with the tabs. And when they throw a question at her, she opens her book and she reads. She's ready to go. She's good at what she does. I'll give her that. Not a likable person, but I'm just saying she's always prepared. Give her that, But yeah, she got it. So, who else? Who's next? This is like some kind of crazy soap opera. Who's next? Stay tuned. It's insane, And, but the way he's behaving, he they landed in front of the White House, from Walter Reed. Right when he got up to the balcony, he takes off his mask. He's around people. So, he's Trump. What do you expect? Did we expect him to, become a moral person after this? But yeah, the commemorative coins, guys, it's kind of funny. It's laughable. I mean, does he realize just how ridiculous he looks doing that? So, yeah, but let's get to this. Let's get to the debate and see what's going on. Now, one of the things that may come up here, like Mike Pence, he's head of the coronavirus task force. So she's going to put him to task on that. And then he may bring up some of her things as Attorney General, like maybe she wasn't as tough on police brutality and things like that. Maybe she wasn't strong enough. But maybe she was too hard on parents. And she was a little hard on parents. Because if your kids were truant too much, the parents could go to jail. Okay. So she was a little tough on that. And she's actually apologized for having that policy, within the state of California. So she did kind of backtrack on that. But yeah, let's see what cards. So I'm going to split it. So I'm going to put Pence on top. Let's just put him on top, okay? So I'm going to put Pence on the top row, and I'm going to put Kamala on the bottom. We're going to kind of compare the cards, just like I did for the debate for Trump and Joe Biden. And I have a feeling, one of the things when I was tuned in, I feel that Pence will be a little tougher. Will he be interesting, though? See, that's the thing. He's like a flat soda. You know what I'm saying? You get that soda, it's been sitting out in the sun for a while, and you take a sip of it, it has no carbonation. That's who he reminds me of. So can he perk it up a little bit and make this debate exciting? I know she will, but what about him? Okay, let's check it out. Okay. Yeah, but she's a tiger. She's tough and everything. And but he, I know he can be tough if he wants to. He's but he his oh, I forgot to almost mention, he's going to be doing a rally in Arizona, in Peoria, Arizona on Thursday. So this is the thing that apparently it says on the website, guys, that they will check temperatures of everybody coming in. Okay, that's good. They will hand them a mask. That's good. But it's not mandatory to wear it. It's encouraged. Okay. These people just don't seem to learn, do they? So the mask will be encouraged, but not mandatory. I mean, at least they're handing a mask. Okay, that's something. But how many of them are going to wear a mask? When we've got these, Trump, running around like this is no big deal. Like this is a joke or something, So, but yeah, what's going to happen to the other people that got sick? That was one of the things in my reading. Someone could get really sick. That's very possible. Oh, there's Kaylee's card. Yes. The Princess of Cups. That's her card. And she tested positive. I'd really like to see how she's going to gaslight us now with that one. Because she's very good at gaslighting. To make, like Trump will say something, and then she'll get up there. He didn't say that. He said, he meant this, or he said that. She'll twist things around real good. To the point that it just confuses people. Well, maybe you didn't say that. Maybe you didn't mean that. All right. So Pence is going to be the top. I think I'm there. All right. Whoa. Let's cut the deck. Let's do the first two of each one. Okay, Pence. Pence. Oh God, guys, you're gonna die when I show you these first two cards. I wish you could see them. I wish I had a better angle for you guys, but I'll hold them up for you. You're gonna laugh so hard when I show them to you, unless you're a Trump supporter. Okay. So the very first two cards for Pence is Death and Ruin. Okay, this is hardcore. This is hardcore stuff. Now, one thing, obviously, we've got the death of coronavirus. This is on his watch, guys. You got to understand. And she's going to put him to task for this. You are the head of the coronavirus task force. And look what's going on. What did you do? And everything. Not real. And now, I will give a little bit that he would be kind of the one trying to make peace with all these governors when Trump would ruffle their feathers and do all his thing and everything. But still, he will never, talk against Trump. He never does. Notice he never does. He will never contradict him. He is loyal. He is incredibly loyal to Trump, always. And that's why he became vice president. He's incredibly loyal. So, but she's going to hold him to task for all the deaths, okay? And then we've got the Ruin card next to it. So it's not even, about just deaths with corona, but this is almost negligent homicide, and I feel she's really going to let him have it on his mishandling of coronavirus. She's going to be really tough on him because he is the one in charge. Was he not the one in charge and assigned to this, and just not, making masks mandatory, at the federal level, none of that stuff happened. Of course, the downplaying the virus and sitting back idly by while Trump would sell us a bill of goods. So she's going to point the finger at him. You can blame Trump, but you're the head of the coronavirus task force. And these are two strong cards, and it's really going to be hard for him to make a comeback. Now, especially right now with all these Republicans and the people in the White House getting sick, now she's really going to have something to drive home. Look at, your responsibility. Even in the White House, you guys weren't protecting everybody. You weren't wearing masks and things like that. And look what's going on. So she's going to have a field day with this, guys. And, that might be a little bit of ruin for him too, just so you know. So this is going to be a big one. So for her, I've got the high priestess. The high priestess, especially about intuition and that inner knowing and knowledge. But I want you to note that the high priestess is about hidden knowledge, a little bit hidden. So she has not been showing her hand what she's going to bring up in this debate. So I have a feeling there's a little bit of secretive stuff that she is ready to unload on him. But once the debate happens, she's going to bring up things. And I feel like, obviously she's going to take to task coronavirus. But she may reveal some things there about him that he'll be like, how did she know that? Some things are going to really catch him off guard. So she's, the high priestess can be secretive. She keeps everything back and so forth. This is in the inner. So I have a feeling she's going to say something that might just really blow us away. And then I've got the Ace of Discs. So I anticipate more on the economy and so forth. That will, of course, be discussed. And she is probably going to come up with some new ideas because this is about a beginning. The Ace of Pentacles to begin the economy. How we can get a new start with it. So I feel she will have some good ideas on that. Because that's one of the things is the president and the vice president both work together when it comes to the economy. So we're going to really want to hear what she says with her ideas. But yeah, he's going to have a hard time with the coronavirus, especially now with everyone getting sick. Death obviously is on his watch. And then that ruin card. Like I said, negligent homicide. You guys, you really messed it up. Let's just pull one card each for these. So I've got the sorrow card. So definitely the suffering on his watch and so forth. All of the losses. This is going to be really brought up. And I believe now, one of the things we may see, which is a little bit different for him, is I believe he's going to try to show some empathy on his end for the deaths. So I feel, which is very different than Trump, but I feel he will try to show some genuine empathy. However, taking responsibility, he's a different character. That him and Trump are very different animals. Like I do believe he's a real Christian. He's definitely got some hardcore conservative views. He's very hardcore. But I'm sure there's some empathy somewhere in there, But I have a feeling he may show some, where Trump just doesn't show it. It's always about him. So we'll kind of see how he does that. But still, he's the one responsible, right? All this on his watch. Now, I understand he's got someone pulling his strings. I'm aware of that. And I'm sure the American people are aware of that. But still, this is your job. Now, I believe I was talking about Kaylee, the Princess of Cups. All the people coming down sick. I feel this card is just representing all of them that she is definitely going to bring up, since it's I feel it's using it as a symbol for all of these White House people. That is going to be brought up. Like, have you learned anything with all these people? Okay, this is interesting, and this comes in very clear. Now, one of the things with Pence, I've got the oppression card. She is probably going to bring up some of the right-wing stuff. Amy Coney Barrett, we're trying to get her on the Supreme Court. They're probably going to bring, she's going to challenge some issues. Obviously, Obamacare will probably be brought up, but I'm wondering if Roe versus Wade, which definitely we know how he feels about it, okay? But the oppression of women, she's going to stand up there, a woman, okay, a vice president nominee, woman. I take him to task on some of that. That there could be oppression of women with certain things that are going to go on. So I have a feeling that may very well come up. But then with him, okay, I've got the Eight of Swords. So he may be bringing up, and this is one of the areas, as she was Attorney General, people going to jail that maybe they shouldn't have gone to jail, or maybe she was a little too harsh on certain things. He may try to bring up, certain things that Trump may have been more for reform than she was. there may be a little bit of that mixed in there. And so that's going to area to task. Like she's going to get him on maybe oppression of women. Roe versus Wade may be brought to the forefront here, because this did pop up in the Supreme Court nomination read I did, that oppression. But that is one of the things, is some of the people she put into jail and so forth. Some people feel she was a little harsh. So expect her record as Attorney General to be brought up. Definitely. Hold on one sec. I want to tune in. I want a couple more. And she's really going to kind of go at it. One of the areas, cruelty and then the devil combined. Okay. There's going to be a little bit of that pointing out, the sins of the White House and so forth, the cruelty of Trump and everything like that. Expect some of that, to really get up there, that this is where she's going to go. And she may be real harsh on that. She may be real harsh. She's not she's not gentle. So she's really going to take him to task, and she may bring up that last debate and how Trump treated Biden, especially bringing up the son and things like that. Some of that may come up and everything, because one of the things when I'm looking at this cruelty card, this came up for Trump for his debate, that he was going to take some digs at Biden. So as it's showing again, and I don't expect her to be cruel, okay, to Pence. She's doesn't hit low like that. She'll hit tough, but she's not like that. I feel she's going to bring up, some of the areas where, the cruelty and so forth, and then that devil. And I'm wondering, because he is a conservative Christian, okay, so now that I kind of look at that and tune into that devil, I'm wondering if she might challenge some of his Christian values with somebody like Trump. Like some of that may be put into play. I don't know if she would get too terribly religious, but I have a feeling she may poke a little bit at him about, Christian morals and values and certain things and all this immoral stuff going on. I wonder if that photo op in front of the church with the upside down Bible could be brought up. And one thing Pence is probably going to bring up, I've got the Ace of Wands and I've got the Two of Wands. So he's definitely, I feel like the whole administration's really at a crossroads, which way to go. I already kind of know which way they're going to go. But I feel like he's going to bring up like opportunity for change and so forth, and he's going to really try to sell it. We can see this as an opportunity, a positive change. He's probably going to bring up, hey, things are getting better, with certain things. He's going to try to bring up to task, that, and that's kind of what Trump does. The economy is getting better, things, when it's not, so I have a feeling he's going to try to look at the upside, I guess, when I see that Ace of Wands. Let's draw a couple more. Ooh, Pence. I'm not sure what that one is, so I'm going to put that to the side for a minute. But this is what I got for Pence overall in the end. I've got the defeat card. Okay, I've got the defeat card. And I've got her as showing with the Princess of Swords. So she's going to really like swing that sword. You betcha. You betcha. But the only thing I'm a little concerned with her with the moon, if some things of the future plan might not be clear to the American people a little bit there. Because one of the things is we want clarity. So there could be an area of the debate where she doesn't seem very clear on what a plan is for something. That could be an issue. I've got the Princess of Wands for Pence. I'm going to put that to the side because I'm not sure exactly what that is unless he's going to bring up a certain character about her. That is a possibility. So, but I do get that defeat card for him. That's concerning, but I've got the peace card. So I do feel, and I notice it's below Dominion, which is also a 2 in tarot. So I do feel he will try to come up with various plans of peace, a little bit different than Trump, who really likes the division and so forth. I feel he will try to give more of a unity message, which is really important. But in the face of that defeat card, I've got the Magician, so I feel like she will be able to work that magic and so forth. I feel like she's going to do a good job. Let's draw one more for each. Just one more. Interesting. And I do draw the pleasure card first, so she's going to enjoy this. Okay, she's going to enjoy this. She's got a lot to work with here, especially with him being on the coronavirus task force. This is going to be a big one. But one of the things I feel, the power card, the Four of Pentacles, he's going to bring up the economy, and he's definitely going to talk about under the Trump administration, we had a good economy. I feel he will probably lay out some plans to boost it and get it going up again, especially with that Ace of Wands, that opportunity. So I feel they will talk about that, definitely. But she's going to have a plan too, but it's going to be something completely different. Hence the Ace of Discs, something brand new. Because I look at the Four of Pentacles in his, that power. I feel it's just more of the same. It's more the same Republican thing, give money to the rich and all that, and they really try to sell it to, that, yes, we're for the middle class, we're for the women in suburbia and all that stuff, but they're really for the rich. And we know that deep down, we know that that's what they're about. That's all they benefit. But I do feel I've got the Ace of Cups. He will win over the Christians. A lot of the Christians. I'm not saying all of them, because there's a lot of Christians that are voting for Biden, okay? But I still feel the real conservative Christians that are like him, they can relate to him. And I feel some of them relate to him better than Trump. That's one thing. They do believe he's a Christian. He's expressed his views and everything. Definitely the pro-lifer is on board with Pence. If they're a diehard pro-lifer and they can never go Democrat just because of that issue, like if that's their most important thing, they're going to go with him. They're going to love everything he has to say and everything. But I've got for her very interesting the Virtue card, and I feel overall in the end, one of the things Virtue, that they're going to also see decency in her as well. So that should still be very positive. But the defeat card's in his position. He will probably still win. I would say the extreme Christian. Okay, there's still some Christians that are going to be riding with Biden, but the right to lifers are really going to probably be on board with him. I do have a feeling that is going to come up in the debate, since the oppression card is on his thing there. I have a feeling that may very well come up. And that's a big challenge, but there are women out there who are like, no, we don't want any of that stuff. We don't want to go back to any kind of oppression. So that's going to be a challenge. But seeing that defeat card and everything, I just feel in the end with the coronavirus, with all these guys getting sick right now, he's going in there wounded. You know what I'm saying? He's at a disadvantage because he's got a lot of things that are pointing the finger at him, that are really bad, with this. So I feel he's going to really try to point to the economy is really where he's going to try to point to the past economy and so forth. And she's going to be more going, okay, the economy is a disaster. Here, here's a little bit of a plan that we're going to do to get it going again. So it'll be interesting. But yeah, the cruelty, I don't think Pence will be cruel. I'm sure he's going to hit her hard a few times here and there. I think when he talks about her past, he's going to hit hard. But I feel like she's going to bring up the cruelty of the administration, especially Trump, and how he kind of sits by and he's loyal. He's loyal. So let's see how it goes on Wednesday.